11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What a fight! I think Guerrero won it.
Juan, the Hispanic causing panic, Lascano. Smile from Manny Pacquiao. Oh, down goes Cerno.
Mano derecha en dos oportunidades. El Canelo alcanzó a hacer daño con él.
Thanks to those joining me live and those that'll be joining me on the archive. If you're watching around, hit that like button, hit that bell so you're notified every time this boxing comes on live. That's including roundtable shows, HCP, solo shows like this. And you could go ahead and hit that like. Getting a phone call. I'm debating whether I should answer it right now or not. Let's see. Can you give me a second, guys? I apologize. This is live and uncut. I have to text somebody really quick. Live on YouTube. I told them I'll put them on speaker if they want to call in. But there you go. Shout out to Karma Serene, Jesus M. Jesus is gracious with his presence. Shout out to him. They say Ryan got robbed because it was top rank and they favored Mayer in the close rounds. Is Jesus. Look, I'm going to be very honest and transparent with you guys. I scored the fight 7-3 for Makila. I could easily see 6-4, and I could easily see a draw. I don't think any of those scorecards were off. That's just my opinion. Sandy fought. She had some really good rounds. Like the round Sandy won, she really won. Those 3 rounds, she was landing some haymakers on Makila, and but I liked Mayer's versatility. Using a jab, standing the outside, turning her, using a hook, squaring her up, landing the right hand, buckled her in the first round. And every time Ryan landed, even if she got the best of Makila always had something coming back at her as well, which we cannot say the same the other way around. In most of the rounds, also the Mayer fighting very well on the inside. I thought the uppercuts were good on the inside. She had a wide variety of punches. Not everything was loading up. She had some shots she loaded up on, but for the most part, there were short uppercuts in there. I mean, just hitting her from long range. She had the hooks were on point, the right hands were on point, and she abandoned the body work at times, and her coach kind of got her back to it. But overall, I think they both fought a good fight. And it was a great fight. So let me start off with that. But I scored 7-3 for Mayer. People might say, well, but you got to keep in mind some of those rounds are very close. And what I will say is that I believe the right person won, and the scorecards reflected what I felt was respectable. Like I think those are respectable scorecards. And I understand Ryan's gonna say she felt she won. She's saying she was thrown off her game, and what happened was crazy. So let's start off with that, right? Throne, paint, gate. Don't throw paint at people. What are we doing? This, like, somebody was waiting for Sandy Ryan to walk out of her hotel and threw paint at her. And it was like a hit and run. They got in a car that left. First of all, whoever that individual is despicable and shouldn't have done that. we don't know if the aim was to hit her on her side like it was. The aim could have been to throw it at her body. The aim could have been to throw it at her face. It could have been all over her hair. It could have been a much worse situation, right? And whoever, I hope they find the person, and it should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And 100% Sandy should press charges. So he should be hit from the state, and he should hit from Sandy herself. But I refuse to believe that Michaela Mayer and her team, especially Mayer herself, were involved with this. I was going to mention that Puerto Rican rum, but it was reminding me of the Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan situation. And that's what it was reminding me of. And now, granted, this is still really bad. It's not necessarily like what was it? What was it? Nancy Kerrigan was hit with a bat or something, wasn't she? Like in the ankles. But this was, it was just, first of all, when I heard about it, I was like, what? And then ESPN, I think, didn't handle the situation well at all. I don't think Timothy Bradley handled it well at all. I don't think the broadcasting team, like their only motive in that situation should have been to condemn. That's it. They should have just condemned the actions of the individual. Right? I don't know if I don't believe Mayer herself had anything to do with it. It's impossible to know if anybody connected to her had anything to do with it, but I don't believe they did. I just don't. I don't believe that was the thing. Like, oh yeah, let's totally take her off her game. Let's throw pain at her. Then, like before the fight, because so much could go wrong in a situation like that. Number one. Second, I don't believe Mayer is that type of person that would arrange something like that. So I would have to see some hardcore evidence to convince me that she had something to do with it, right? This is a fight she wanted. It's a fight they brought to New York. She had everything she wanted in this fight. Why would she go out of her way to do something like that? Plus, I just don't think it's in her character to do that. You know, it was a club bat. Okay. So I just want to say that I know Ryan kind of insinuated that something to do with it, and she just did a post today. I don't know what she says. They know what they want. I don't know if she means the Michaela team, or she just means like the them as the people that did it. I don't know, but it's unfortunate what happened. And no, Tim Bradley, right? No, this is not something somebody should expect. All right. Tim Bradley, during the live broadcast, is sitting there talking about, hey, look, you have to expect stuff like this. You got paint thrown on you, move on. All right, it happens. This type of stuff happens. No, I never heard of this happening. And then the message is, look, you have to focus and stick to your game plan despite of what happened. That's one thing, but that's not how he worded it, right? Hey, this is a macho sports. You should be able to deal with a situation like this. You should know that something like this is going to happen. It's a ridiculous take, right? Whoever the commentator that said right when the fight ended, yeah, this isn't about what happens when you walk out of hotel rooms. This is what happens in the ring. I just don't understand why you're making it a thing like that, when the only thing you should be talking about when it's about the paint, is condemning it. That's the only thing you should be doing, right? That's just the way I see it. So apparently they have footage, and according to Sandy Ryan, so they may catch the person involved, right? They may catch the person involved, and you know, so it is what it is. We'll go by the evidence. If we'll see what it is, but I'm just giving you guys what I believe. So we got to talk about Kriegel, right? Um, Look, it was a great fight. I love the fight, right? Great fight. It was on way too late, but I still love the fight. I liked it was great action and a lot of back and forth, a lot of close rounds, competitive rounds. Um, and they both had big moments. They both kept coming back. And you gotta love that, right? You gotta just like I to me, I love a great boxing match. That's what that was. Um, but like I'm trying to understand here, right? Like Kriegel, dude, Kriegel is totally like. First of all, I don't like the scorecard, but that's his opinion. It's whatever. People could talk about Ward Gotti, Barrera Morales. Give me Ryan Mayer. Like, bro, what are we doing, bro? I mean, I love the fight. Great fight. But Morales Barrera, bro? I'm not, look, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm sorry, no. All right? And even if you do feel like, because it's all subjective anyway. So, like, to you, like, if that fight's that, just let it be, bro. Like, you don't got to do this thing where not now you're trying to insinuate that it's even better than those fights, right? Because even the person that's found themselves in a position where, okay, you know what? I'm going to give these women a shot. And even if they're enjoying this fight, hey, this is a pretty good fight. The moment they hear that, they're going to be like, okay, you got an agenda here. All right. Like, you got to, like, you know what I mean? It's, even if you don't intend it to be an agenda. I'm not even saying that's what it is, but it could come off that way, bro. Like, we were in the fourth round and you were saying this shit. I mean, like, well, what are we doing? It was a great fight. Like, it's a commentator shouldn't be saying stuff like that in the middle of the fight, bro. The greatness of a fight will speak volumes, and time will be its judge. If people are still talking about Mayer, all right, versus Sandy Ryan in the year 2040, if in 2044 they're still talking about that, then maybe we could compare it to Morales versus Barrera, a fight that's still referenced today. Ward Gotti still referenced today, over 20 years later. Yeah, you're already trying to insinuate it's better. Well, we'll see if they're talking about this fight in 20 years. They're still going to be talking about Barrera Morales forever. The judge will be time, the judge will be the public, and the judge will be the perception that we will have years down the line. You don't make that determination in the fourth round of a fight. Give me a fucking break, bro. And I love it. It was a great fight. I like the fight. Really good fight. Some people say it was the greatest women's fight they ever seen. Again, opinions. And again, I believe it was a great fight. I don't think it was better than Taylor Serrano. I just don't. I think it's just my opinion. Like, I don't think it's better than that fight. And there's other women fights that I see that were better in my opinion, but it's not even worth even discussing that because it was just a good fight. You know what I mean? Maybe the fight will age better than I think. I don't know, but it just is what it is. But dude, and then it doesn't stop there with Kriegel. Another thing, the commentators need to stop. Just stop. Stop bringing up that it's not 3 minutes. Everybody knows it's not 3 minutes, bro. Everybody knows that. Oh, if only we had another minute. Thankfully, somebody said, yeah, I don't know if we would have this action if it was 3 minutes. These girls were running out of steam by the 8th, 9th round. But you think they could do 3-minute rounds like this for 12 rounds? Okay, maybe they could, maybe they can. I don't know, but it's not worth even mentioning in that moment. It's not even worth bringing up. Just call the action, for God's sakes. No one tuning in is sitting there outraged that it's only 2 minutes. Just call the action, bro. For fuck's sakes. I just can't. You know what I mean? Kriegel is just out of control, bro. He's just out of control. Like this is crazy. Yeah, people could talk about, oh God, they could talk about Barrera Morales, but give me Mayer versus Ryan. What are we doing, bro? And then the interviews, bro. Just do the interview. Just ask. Like, post-fight interviews are the easiest interviews anybody could do. Honest to God, they're the easiest interviews. Because you don't do any in-depth stuff. Like, he's trying to do in-depth. He's trying to get in-depth in a post-fight interview. Like, brother, they just boxed 10 rounds, bro. They're tired. They've been punched in the face. They've been punched in the body. Like, just keep it simple to the point, bro. Like, what are you doing, Kriegel? The guy's trying to do an in-depth 60 minutes type interview in a post-fight, bro. Like, what are we doing? That's all you got to do in a post-fight interview. What you think of your performance? Would you like a rematch? If not, what's next? More or less, with some other stuff thrown in there, and then what you think of this? If there anything specifics, of course, hear it. But but for the most part, that's the skeleton of the interview. Like, you know what I mean? Kriegel's over here, like, I don't even think he was talking about boxing. I don't know what the fuck was in Kriegel's mind. I don't know what Kriegel was thinking about or fantasizing about, but I don't think it was boxing. I don't know about you guys. When I see a great fight, I get pumped up. Like, you know what I mean? And that's my emotions. Like, fuck yeah! Like, you know what I mean? Hey man, that was you know what I mean? Michaela, you and Sandy just put on a hell of a show. This is a hell of a fight. You know, how are you feeling right now? Like, something like that, right? You know, there's a lot of disrespect, but as far as in the ring, do you have like a newfound respect for her? As a competitor, like something like that, or like you know what I mean? Like, I'm just, I'm not saying those are the best questions, but what Kriegel was doing, I mean, what the fuck was that, bro? Mayor, the thing is that I can't help but say, and I know you two don't like each other. And I know that there was a lot said, before the fight and the lead up to the fight and the eve of the fight and a few hours before the fight, a few minutes before the fight, a few seconds before the fight, and right before the fight, like, dude, we get it, bro. Like we know they had beef. Like, you don't have to like. And the thing is, Michaela, he did the same thing to Ryan too. And Ryan, you two in the ring, I can't help but say that you were just beautiful together. And I believe that we got to do it again. Because the two of you together, it was just a beautiful sight to see. And the beautifulness of it is something that I believe that everyone will want to watch. So we can get the essence of the beautifulness that is Mayor Ryan sharing each other in the ring. Like, what the fuck are you? Like, what? Kriegel. Just say you two are. It was a great matchup. It was a great fight. I know I want to see it again. I think it's impossible for the fans not to see it again. You want to fight again? Like, can we see the rematch? Like, that's all you gotta say, bro. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is Kriegel talking about, bro? I don't know. And this whole like trying to be poetic and trying to be like I don't know, like it gives me these Jim Lampley. I remember Jim would cry after a great fight, and I was just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like they just put their lives in the line for us, right? Like I'm just like, what's going on, bro? I could see if you're part of the team or a friend of the fighter or a big fan of the fighter, and you have like some investment and it means something to you. Okay, maybe, but you are the post-fight interviewer of this fight. I'm just saying. But you know, I like I want to see like the emotion of like after a great fight, like you know what I mean. I want to see this. Just ask the questions of the fighters, bro. You know, like Kriegel wanted to capture the poetic masterpiece that the fight was, and it's just like, bro, it's boxing. Like you know what I mean. Like, it's just two people beating each other up. There's nothing. I mean, I'm not saying there can be, you know, like I don't know. That's just me, I guess. Like you know, I'm not saying I'm right. Like I'm just telling you guys how I feel. You know, that this isn't the time to do legendary nights. Like you know, remember like they would do documentaries about the fights, and they would get people that talk about it in a very poetic way, and in that type of setting, it makes sense, right? But in a post-fight interview, I'm just not like that's not it, bro. You know, that is the best thing he's in the spectrum, I guess. You know what I mean? I guess so. But like I'm just saying, like you can't overdo it, bro. You can't. By the way, I thought the ref did a great job. By the way, shout out to the ref. I forgot her name. Um, she did a really good job, and she did a good job controlling the fight to a degree where she wasn't involved too much, right? She wasn't getting handsy with the fighters and grabbing their wrist or like I hate it when refs do that because in this situation like in the Ramirez Tater fight where he grabbed his wrist and Tater clocked him with a hook. But I think she was really good at guiding the fight and telling the girls, hey, let go, let go over, let go over. Like, you know what I mean? And just kind of controlling the action. Um, but Carlos made a great point. Go look for instances of clinching in Barrera versus Morales. Just go look for it. I mean, I'm just saying. And now you created a situation where you're making people compare the fight to Morales to Barrera versus Morales, bro. Yeah, I can just say Morales. It means Barrera versus Morales. But and there's no reason to do that. You know, there's no reason to do it. You know what I mean? Um, look, I thought it was a great fight. I thought the Jonas fight was a good fight too. The Jonas Mayer fight's a rematch I want to see as well. You know what I mean? And it makes sense for Mayer to want that rematch because she lost that one, and it's a unification. So, I could totally see Mayer wanting, you know, to fight for that belt. Like, you know what I mean? So there's some unification fights out there. So I don't see why she can't do that. Um, but I'm not against a rematch either. I think it was as Kriegel would say, a beautiful fight. They were beautiful together, right? But great fight, great stuff. I have not seen the Xander Zayas fight, guys. I watched his women's fight when I got out of work, so that's how late these fights are. I couldn't believe it was it was about to start. Oh, great! I watched the fight. I haven't seen the Chuchu Harrington fight. Somebody in the chat kept saying he was robbed. I don't know. I'll watch it for myself and determine that. that you gotta give decision. I don't know. Oh, we'll see. Um, so we will see how it all plays out. Um, and that is all I got, guys. I got to get my Saturday started. I got a lot going on today. Um, so got to go to work for a little bit. It's not a full day of work today because it is my grandmother's. It's not her birthday yet, but the family's going to be celebrating her birthday. She's going to be turning 98 years old. She right. So blessed to still have her around, and going to celebrate her today. So thank you to everybody tuning in. Is the style. All right, boxing. Keep it boxing. All right, I'm out. Peace.